Today's video, safety and security. What better intro than Air Force One in the background? The real reason for this video. I did have a dash cam before, but once I added the roll cage and everything, I have very limited real estate, and being that it was a little bit bigger than this camera, it was taking up too much room. So I went with something smaller. It's actually an upgrade compared to what I had. This one has lane assist, it has forward collision detection, it detects cameras. I went with the Garmin 55 over the Garmin 65 because apparently even though the other one is a newer model, it doesn't get almost 4K resolution like this one. It's stopped at 1080p. So let me just unbox it really quick, show you what comes in the box. A little bit difficult to do with one hand, but we got it. Okay. So you open it up. There you go. I mean, my other camera I put in my wife's Jeep was maybe 3.5 inches wide. This thing is probably smaller than my GoPro. Just about the same size as a regular GoPro, but a little bit tinier. It has a magnetic mount also. So once I do put it in, I'll be able to move it around, even stick it to the cage. Let's see what else is in here. Standard cables and the charging cable, as well as a memory card, which I already put in it. Let's go over to the Jeep and show you how to wire it. First, if you have an S-Pod, you're gonna have to remove it. Like I did here, it's just hanging right now, connected. And this centerpiece just clips in. You can pull it off. So I have the wire going right across and down, and there's actually, if you have a power mirror, heated mirror, there's a slit there, and I have the cable coming right down. To put it back on, just tuck away your wires and push it right back into those holes. It'll clip on around the bar to make the stock piece of trim fit. So I'm gonna push it in place, and we'll put the sun visor back in. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little tiny finishing screw right here into the plastic just to hold that piece up, and we should be good. I have the microphone still here. I'm going to probably Velcro that on or double side tape it somewhere so it looks a little neater, but it's in a good spot. They could hear me fine. I've tested it. And then back here, if you save them, I still have the little push pin screw. I'll be able to put that right into the hole where it belongs and secure this. And it'll look almost stock. Let me put a screw in this and I'll come right back to it. Top piece of trim back into place, and I put the 2 screws back holding up the S-Pod. And we're back in business. We have the wire coming right out of that center hole right there, and I left myself a little bit of extra slack, so in case I ever have to move the camera or whatever, I have a little bit of room. Right now it's run down and around, and I'm going to show you how we're going to hide the wire on the bottom on this side. We're going to go up along the bottom of the dash, and you could actually tuck it in right next to this center console and just have it pop right up and go right into there. For those of you who've been watching the last episode when I installed the roll cage, I didn't finish cutting these corner top trim pieces to make them fit flush. I did that today. I did manage to get this one cut pretty evenly and in place somewhat. It's not going to affect anything, but from 3 feet away it looks perfect. What I ended up doing was using one tiny little finishing screw and drilled it into there, but all in all it looks good. Looks a little cleaner. I like it better than having the exposed, you know, piece there. It looks bad and it hides some of the wires that I have running down on this side. Let's jump over to the bottom of the Jeep on this side and I'll show you how we're going to hide the wire and go from there. Remove the glove box. You just push in on both ends and these little nipples will come out. Put them back in, and the glove box is back in place. The glove box, if you squeeze both ends, you'll be able to pull it right out, and it gives you a little bit better access, and we can see what I got going on in there. See here, I do have my CB radio stuffed in there. I have the wires for the rear view camera stuff back here, and they don't get affected by anything. The way the glove box hinges in and out, it won't affect the wires, it won't hit them. Just make sure that it clears everything. So I have the end of the plug here. I'm gonna go from underneath the dash, and if you can see there, just fit it right through. And this is just so that the wire's not hanging where people put their feet and stuff like that. I'm gonna bring it back down on this end. Let me see if I can get it here. Come on. YouTube. There it is, okay. So I'll grab it from down here, and we're gonna pull it through, and I'm gonna tuck it right underneath here, all the extra wire, and I'll make it pop out right next to the CB and plug in. So now that I fished it out, I'm not gonna pull all the extra cable out. I'm gonna leave it tucked back there. I'm only gonna need, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches worth of cable. Plug this in. So that's where it's gonna be. So what I'm gonna do is move this. I pulled out the CB cable. I'm gonna run this one back and have enough slack to, if I need to charge something, I can, and just leave it there. This back in. I'm gonna take the CB cable and tuck it back in, which will keep them both in place. The CB cable never really popped down on me. It's been like that for a year or two, and it's never gotten out of the way. There you go, just like that, clean it away. Now no one will really notice it, doesn't really get in the way, and it looks nice and neat. The wire is coming down right along here. Normally I'd have it back further, but since I put the cage in, I'm not gonna be able to get at it. And then this corner piece here I popped off to run the cable, just push it back. That's pretty much it. Let's go to mounting it to the windshield. So the camera comes with a little magnet on it with a little piece of clear plastic like this. You peel that off and you stick it wherever you want. I went right underneath the rear view camera, stuck it right there. It's not really in the way. I wanted to go up here, but since I have the tint on the top of the windshield, I didn't know if it was going to mess with the video quality. But as you can see, that little spot for the cable came in clutch. That's nice, that's neat. We'll hide the wire. Just fix the rear view. So it's gonna be right below my rear view, which is pretty much worthless with that Ace tire carrier on there, but I don't mind because I have the rear view camera. So turn the Jeep on, and let's just make sure that this is getting power. Right there, yeah, the light goes green. That's fine. So like I said, gonna have that little cable there. Shut this off. And the camera is booting up. Just peel off that. It does not meet the size requirements. Okay. So we'll have to reformat this card. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll post some of the video from this camera. It's as if it's on top of the windshield. I know that because I tested this out earlier today. Let me show you something. So you're going to see the top of my hood. Gives you, I believe, 180 degrees or 160, 120, something like that. Gives you a pretty wide fisheye angle. Going through the options here, you have an up and down arrow, you have settings. You could speak to this and tell it, you know, Garmin record that, or Garmin take a photo, I believe, or something like that. There's a travel lapse, so you, instead of just same thing like your cell phone doing a time-lapse video, you could do your trip, cut it down. There's the gallery here. Dashcam recording, alerts disabled. Well, yeah, that's fine. Okay. The bottom button is okay. The middle two are up and down, and then I believe that's the menu button there. Now, it has share gallery, so this one does have an app for your phone. You could just hit share gallery. You connect to the Wi-Fi of the camera, and you'll be able to see everything in there. Right now, this is just basically me playing around with it. That's the back arrow, the top one. So it's back, forward, and up and down, and then select right here. Very simple options. All in all, I really like it. I think everyone should have one of these, especially in states where it's a no-fault state. It's too easy for somebody else to blame the other person and say, you know, it wasn't me, they ran the red light. This keeps everybody honest. It tells you your speed and your location with the longitude and latitude lines. Once I get a little bit more experience with it, I'll do a more in-depth review of it. It's just something definitely, guys, I think you should consider. They range anywhere from $50 up to $250. This one's a mid-range one, around $200. I have the one, I don't know if you can see it there, oops, just covered up the camera, in my wife's car that I had in here. That was $120, and it works flawlessly. I had no problems with it. It was just a little bit too big. This one, I just needed the more real estate available for the windshield. Also, I have the settings that the screen will never shut off right now just for this video. It does have a timer where it could be 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and the screen will turn black, so it's even less of a distraction. I just left it like that right now for you guys to see it. I definitely think you guys should get one. Any comments or questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm debating ripping out my carpet. Have you guys done it? Pluses, negatives? Let me know. I'm worried about heat. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you like it. Make sure you subscribe. Share the videos. If you guys are on other social medias such as Instagram, look me up at tmogo116. And if you guys follow any of my videos and do any of the same installs that I did, and you take pictures of it, tag me, hashtag tmogo116. I love to check it out. I want to see other people doing the things that I've done to my Jeep, and if you guys did anything different, let me know. One last thing, for those of you wondering, this is the rear view camera. I know I had somebody ask me, how do I back up when I can't see out of the rear? This is a lifesaver. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good one.